Hello, great to have you all here today and thank you for coming on to my live. I just thought I'd pop back on. I was on last week and got great response, so thanks for all that and all the comments and all the views. It's fantastic. I just wanted to sort of carry on a wee bit where I was last week on sort of a background story here. And as the title says, creating memories, it's more than you think. And it really is quite an important thing to consider, really, because when we meet people, what do we start to talk about? It's not really the things that we maybe bought this week at the shops or ordered at Amazon or done what we've done. A lot of it goes about memories. Now, when I say meet somebody, I'm not talking about you're going to a business network meeting or just met a colleague for the first time. It's actually when you start meeting somebody to get to know them. Somebody turns out to be a long-term friend you've got a long-term relationship with. We go back to those memories that we had as a child for a lot of times, or it could be work, depending on how that conversation goes at that time. And it's important that we have that, because what could that first memory be? It could be something school, it could be a childhood family holiday, it could be some other thing that would take in a place we've been to see, a memory of maybe going to visit a castle or a heritage building of some sort, or going to the shops on a regular basis, whatever those routines were of your life. It creates our future conversations. It creates us as individuals with that. So, let's just take a second and think about it. Why doesn't some people just pop in the chat and let me know, what's the great childhood memory you have? So if I would say to you, tell me a childhood memory, what's the first thing that jumps to mind? I'd love to hear what they are. Now, for everyone, it could be different. It could be something small, it could be something substantial, it could be something quite dramatic, it could be the opposite, it could be something very happy and cheery. But let's just take a moment and maybe just drop some thoughts into the chat to see what we are. So if you don't want to drop a comment in, that would be great to let me do that. Because if these memories are things that we carry with us, then it's important that we consider that for our children as well, or our grandchildren. And it's something that myself and Ross thought about before we had our children, as I mentioned last week. We took as a responsibility to give our kids memories. As parents, we thought that's one of our important roles. It's something that we need to do. And that is something that we focus on doing to make sure the kids had our memories. For myself personally, I was very fortunate. My memories of childhood are absolutely fantastic. Loving parents, loving brothers and sisters, and lots of experiences. But these experiences weren't necessarily all far-flung corners of the world. Those experiences for me came a lot later in my life. But we had lots of many happy families within the house, weekends away, day trips away, and family trips away. For example, we spent a lot of our summer holidays here in Scotland, going off to the west coast, and with extended family. About 12 to 14 of us would go away and spend time, and great times of being out playing out in the countryside, on our bikes, on the beach, in the rock pools, out fishing, just doing all these different things that are things that still come up. And when I meet my cousins and we talk about it, we always come back to those childhood holidays. It's just how it is, because for all of us it's such a good strong impact on ourselves. And of course everyone around us knows about these holidays as well, because it's things that we talk about. So these things are important, but obviously things at school as well, or at higher education, these can happen. And it was actually in higher education where my memories of international travel came in. By sheer fluke, I went to work for someone in France. Purely because someone said, do you want to go to the Dordogne? And I went, yeah, let's go. I was thinking that was a pub, a pub in Edinburgh I hadn't been to, but no, it was the Dordogne in France. So off we headed for that summer. And someone who, if I commit to something and I say I'm going to do it, I do it. And that was from a very young age. So we started to do that. And that's how it built it up. I went to France, worked in France, a language I couldn't even speak, learnt the language. And from there it snowballed, then took me to the USA, worked in the States numerous times, in different locations in the summer, and then for a fixed period down in Florida for a year at Disney. So lots of different things created lots of different memories, and those memories create other memories and other connections. And these are things that we carry with us, as I've said it, and it is important. What about yourself? Have you had any of these incidents, or not incidents, but coincidences that have taken you to another part of your life? Because they frame us, they make us. Would I be the same person today if I hadn't gone to France to work, if I hadn't gone to America to work, if I hadn't travelled across Europe in a camper van with friends, of those who I met in the USA and doing that? These things make you as that person, and they create those memories and those beliefs, because it's about experiencing the cultures, it's about experiencing the food, experiencing the language. I've been in so many countries over the years where I can't speak the language, but I survive, I get by, just like you would and anyone would. But for a family, that's a great experience, to be able to have that experience where your children and or grandchildren are hearing different languages, trying different foods, and just seeing different cultures around them. You absorb it, maybe not at that time, but later on they look back, and that memory is created and ingrained within them to make sure that they take that on their journey as well, in their life as well. So this is all important with that. And of course, it's not an easy thing to do, but as I said, Rose and I put that in as part of our core rules as a parent. We want to give our boys, well, the boys, but at that time obviously didn't know before we had children, that we wanted to give them these experiences, and we were doing that. As I said last week, after COVID, it became very hard to do that, but obviously things have changed since then, which is great. We're back on that track and giving them these experiences with that. All right, so it is important to do that, and it can be hard to do, but there can be solutions to do that. There can be things that allow us to have that experience, to connect, to spend time together, to make sure that we're getting that bonding and having those memories. It could be over at a table, one even having a game of cards. It could be having a muck about in a swimming pool. It could be crashing through the waves. Wherever that is for each individual, it's just getting that time. A lot of the time, it might not help with the daily grind of being in the house day in, day out and all the weekly activities. It's when we actually pull ourselves away from it and we take ourselves away for that day away at the weekend, or a weekend away, or those holidays away, that we're in a different environment, more relaxed. And it gives us that ability to actually forge those relationships at a deeper sense and give those long-term relationships and those long-term memories as well. You know, because the truth is, most people say, I can't do that, or do I need to do that? But ultimately, if we're looking to give our kids those best thoughts, those best memories, then yes, we do. We do have to go that extra mile. We do have to give up things so that our children can benefit from it. So these are things we want to do. If someone wants a little chat and call about it, see maybe how I can help you with creating those memories for your children or your grandchildren, please just drop in memories below or DM me, and let's see if we can help you go and create more memories for your kids. Because remember, they're a strong foundation of the young person they're going to grow up to be, or the young person they already are, while they're out connecting with other people. So if they have got a whole pool of memories within them that you've helped create, it allows them to make those connections, it allows them to understand and see the world differently and better than just being stuck in that little local bubble. Great to hear from you. It'll be great to hear from you. Thanks for being here. As I said, just drop in memories if we'd like to have a conversation about it, see if I can maybe help you to go and create those memories moving forward today. Thanks now. Thanks for being here. Bye.